Pointing fingers. You say that in the past 10 years, we have had tons and millions of information. I watched on the social media, so many authors have come up with so many books, yet the expression we give of the millions of tons of educational material that has actually overwhelmed the space today, be it physical or virtual space. We are not making use of it. We rather, comparatively, are showing proof of a less educated class of persons. When we look at our fathers who had just standard 1, 2, 3, and 4, I don't know where they ended, and then looking at the existing textbooks at the time and the capacity to access information, it was very limited. But when you look at the way they carry themselves, when you look at their delivery and we compare with what we have today, something is definitely wrong. Is this concepts that you think you are out to correct? Concept of education.
Exactly, sir. When you look at the teachers that taught us, they were very much disciplined, composed, and determined to go through the step-by-step process that I just mentioned here. They were never in a hurry to do something because they knew that it was a task that they involved themselves into it, and they knew from the beginning that this is something I have to commit myself from the beginning to the end. And if you look critically in the society, those caliber of teachers are lacking. They are no longer there. And so many reasons contribute to that, which I think somehow we may get to talk about that in this our session. The second thing is the caliber of learners that we have at our disposal. You know, with the influx of information flooding the whole place, everybody has access to what at any time that they want. Many of them lack the ability to be able to analyze this information and take informed decisions. So you see that the information is there, but the ability to be able to analyze this information and take informed decision is lacking. Why? Because they haven't understood the fundamental principles of education. That's why I earlier said, I started by saying that you cannot try to solve a problem that you don't know the roots of that problem. You must start from the source. And like we are saying, this book is somehow scientific. Scientific in the sense that we talk about a step-by-step approach in meeting life's objectives. So, if you have not been able to understand the principles of education, what exactly education is talking about, you will miss your steps when you want to apply the knowledge that you want to apply. That's why you said we have millions of books out there, but when you look at the knowledge, nobody is buttressing on maybe fundamental aspects of education that has to do with virtue, honesty, it has to do with integrity. Nobody talks about that. Everybody is keeping to talk about how you can be able to make money, how you can be able to get this and that. But the fundamental things that make us to be educated are lacking, and nobody is buttressing on that. Nobody is keen enough to tell you that if you want, be honest. Be honest with others. Don't tell lies. Don't do this. These are principal values that kept our society intact and made people to live for one another. But these values have been dismantled. These values have been shattered. And people think that even with these values, they can get things that they want. And of course, many people have a definition for success, which I think each and every one of us has his or her own definition. But I think the definition of success should be defined from the perspective of moral values, which this present generation, even with the information that they have, are unable to say so. That's why we say things that are unbalanced, we say things that are unreconciled, and then at the end of the day, we think that maybe elderly persons are going to yield to our biddings. They can't. We must be systematic and coordinated in the way we do things. That's how I see it.